Welcome to the Sisters Like Us podcast. I'm Laken, and I'm 30-something.
I'm Allie, and I'm 20-something. Join us each week as we talk about anything
and everything. So grab a glass of wine
or a bottle, and let's drink about it.
Cheers! Cheers! Welcome back to Sisters Like Us. This is technically episode 51.
Should we take a sip?
Oh, sorry. I mean, we're not trying new wines.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, I haven't had wine in a while. Okay.
I guess before we start talking, we are drinking Josh, which is a solid price point. We get this this wine a lot. Allie and Mom like the Pinot, and Lindsay and I always drink the Sauvignon Blanc.
I love to bring Josh to the function.
Yeah, Josh is
He's great.
He's great. Anyways, this is technically episode 51.
51.
Of the Sisters Like Us podcast, but it is episode 1 in our new home, our new space.
New space, new vibes.
Yeah, if you didn't notice, new fonts, new accents. I don't know. What did you change?
The phone.
Oh yeah. That's what I don't know.
New
elements?
Yeah, new elements. Like we decided, like, once you'll see these all once this is out, but like in all of our new like photos and stuff where like I have like an iPhone and Laken has like an older phone to kind of play on the like generational difference. So I thought it would be cute to kind of add it to the vibe, you know?
Okay, but before, look at your side part. That's very millennial of you.
You know, here's the thing is...
Allie just got her hair done today.
Yeah, I got my hair done literally a couple hours ago, but I, for a while, was doing the, like, bangs,
right.
Like, straight up bangs, and then, like, yeah, you were right. Like, I didn't go, like, full on them at any point. Like, I could still wear them to the side and whatever, but, yeah, I just, like, was sick of styling them, so I was like, okay, like, we're just gonna go back to, like, curtain bangs like on the side. And the only reason why I have it like this right now is because it's just like, I don't know, I kind of like,
I love it. I think it looks beautiful. I just
you can like see the dimension of like what or like the toning of what I was kind of going for. The thing is if you guys don't know, my mom and I both go to some, like her old friend, he like does hair like out of his house, you know. And it's like way more affordable than it would be to like get my hair done in Chicago, which would be like $500.
Well, when Mom first started seeing him, he was in Chicago.
Yeah.
And then he moved out to the burbs and created like the hair salon in his house in the burbs. But they both still drive out to see him.
Yeah, it's just like, it makes more sense financially, and like especially when you go blonde, like anyone that's blonde like would know this, like you have to keep up with it because otherwise
Red's the same way, truthfully.
Yeah, because just like the roots are just like rough, and like my like natural hair is now like brown, so like the roots like look bad. Anyways, so I've been like, you know, I kind of want to look like my siblings, so I've been like thinking about introducing some like red, and he was like, he wouldn't let me like go straight into like red like he was like, what he put on was a blonde with like a red undertone, which you can't see it, but it's like in certain lighting.
Or I guess is the theory that if you keep doing this red with or blonde with red undertone, it'll start to get more red or more strawberry.
Yeah. So what I'm calling it is strawberry lemonade because it's not like strawberry blonde because strawberry, like, I don't know, guys. It looks a little different. It's like a little bit different.
It does look a little bit different. I just don't see the strawberry in it.
Yeah. If it were up to me, I was kind of going into it thinking I was gonna like do like a light ginger. Like that was kind of like my.
How fun would that be? So we've posted pictures for sure, and we'll share like maybe a current one here. But our brother is a natural redhead.
Right.
I dye my hair. And so his hair is more orange. I mean, it's an orangey brown and orange. I don't know what to call it. My hair, I dye, but I dye it like red almost. It's not orange. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And like in the past, like when I was like growing up, like I had some like goldish. I think that's more the word that he was using. Not gold. Red, but gold. I went more like gold, like warmer.
So like a warmer tone, blonde.
Whereas like last time I went more of like an ashier, like light brown.
Cooler toned, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it looks beautiful.
Yeah, so my goal is like by next fall it'll be like a darker, like warmer, like gingery color. So
fun.
Yeah, because I just feel like if you can pull it off, like why not do it? And I feel like I could pull it off. And like I'm just getting kind of sick of like the blonde.
You don't just want to be a straight blonde anymore.
I don't. Like, I thought it was my calling, but like I look back and I'm like, wait, I looked really good with dark hair too. So get you a girl who can do both, I guess.
Oh my God.
Anyways, let's move on.
She's back, y'all. She's back.
No one came to listen to my hair, so let's move on.
We asked the Instagram for what they wanted updates or things on. I'm sure we're going to find things to talk about, given that we haven't done this in a couple months. But before we started recording, we were just saying that we're glad we waited. Because the break we took in December was partially about the move, but it was also about just like the time of year and just kind of needing a little break and then updating things. And then it became like, okay, do we just wait until we've moved? And we debated for a little bit, and finally we were like, no, we're gonna wait. And we literally moved into this house. I keep saying we. Allie and I don't live together, in case that's not obvious.
I moved into the basement.
You know, when we were looking for houses at one point,
yes,
Sam was like, what if Allie rents a room from us for a little bit? He's so funny. Like,
as much as I love, like, living near family, like...
No, you need your own space.
But, like, people always are like, why don't you just live at your mom's house? And I'm like, because I don't want to live at my mom's house.
I think you living, if you had your own... Like, let's say we had one of those houses where there was, like, a room and a bathroom in the basement. And if you lived with us and you had that, like, for yourself for, like, a year... Yeah. I think we could survive. I think you living at mom's is different than, like... If you had your own space in our house.
Yeah.
I mean, but I get that. I don't think I could live like.
I don't even know if I could live in the same building.
As mom.
And like, I don't mean that in like a.
We love you, mom.
Like, I love her and I want to spend time with her all the time. But like.
No, you need
separation.
Yeah.
Like, because I like think about sometimes, I'm like, could I even like live here if like no one else was here? Like, I don't know.
Here in Chicago, you mean?
Yeah, if like everyone else was in a different city and I was here, like would I go to that city? Like probably.
I mean, that's what we did. That's why we're here.
Yeah. Anyways, so.
All right.
Yeah.
What else is on the docket?
So let's see here. So a lot of people just kind of want to know what's going on in life right now. Like.
Okay.
Like what's new? Like if we've changed at all in the last month, I guess.
I mean, it's been like 2 months since we recorded.
Okay.
It was like the week before Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So it's been a good, at least 2 months actually, since we recorded. I mean, the only big change, I guess, for me is that we moved into this house.
Yeah.
But we literally moved 2 days ago. And so what you can't see behind the screen is that it is absolute chaos. Like legitimately just... I'm not as near
most important thing was literally just setting up the podcast.
That was definitely a priority because we wanted to get back into recording, and so this corner had to get set up. But the beautiful part, y'all, is we get to leave this all here, and we don't have to do anything. Mm-hmm. It's amazing.
It's so nice too. It's like so quiet in here.
Well, there's also nobody here, so that's the other thing though that I was kind of not worried about, but we are going to have to.
Oh right, because there's no like door.
There's no door, so we're in the basement. But there's no door to the basement. The staircase is open. And so in the old apartment, when we recorded in my office, we were able to shut the door. So I was texting with mom, we're basically only going to be able to do this when Lila is either asleep or not here. Because there's nowhere for her to hang out that we wouldn't hear her.
Yeah, well, I feel like we typically do that anyway because if Lila's here...
You want to see her.
I would like to spend time with her, so...
You're right. So that's true. We do usually do it after she goes to bed anyway.
Yeah.
It is quiet. But yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, and like obviously, like we said, we've made a lot of like little changes. Definitely like since TikTok didn't get banned, follow us on TikTok because we're gonna post like all of our like reels that we post on the Instagram to there. And yeah, so.
Anything else new in your life?
I don't think so. I mean, nothing has really changed. I literally haven't stopped working. I didn't really get a wedding break.
Because you used all your PTO basically for Italy?
Yeah, but like also like I did the wedding that was like Thanksgiving weekend. I did December 16th. I did New Year's Eve. I did January 18th. I did yesterday. So like it just like it hasn't really been break.
Yeah.
But that's okay. and then we're gonna pick right back up, and I have two like the Valentine's weekend, Valentine's Day and the 16th. So, anyways, but life is good. We can't complain. I mean, we could.
No, we don't have anything to complain about.
So, let's talk current events.
Well, hold on. Let's drink about.
Oh, right. We have a new slogan.
Which I guess would have been in the intro.
Yeah, so you would have heard that. Our intro is like also kind of new, and if you are watching on YouTube, we also changed our YouTube intro, which I am obsessed with it. For the longest time, like if you guys looked on our Instagram, the like phone, picking up the phone thing, I thought about doing that for our intro, but like it just didn't really like make sense to like have it in our intro. So,
it just didn't go well with the words. It didn't flow with the words well.
Yeah, so instead of talking about things, because we talk about things a lot, we always drink. We're going, okay, sorry, wait, we don't always drink, but we drink when we're on the podcast.
That's what she meant. Yeah, that's what she meant.
Sorry.
We always drink.
Our little slogan is let's drink about it.
Yay!
Let's drink about Chicago winter. Let's drink about...
And it can be
anything.
good things and bad things. Like all the things.
Like literally anything. So let's drink about...
Current events.
Current events.
Okay.
So... Not any of the sad shit that's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've made this comment before. We understand there is a lot going on in the world right now. And there's lots of places for you to get resources and talk to people and like listen to people talk about those things. And it's super important. I highly recommend Sharon Says So on Instagram. It's my favorite place to keep up with.
Or like So Informed or like Impact.
Yeah, So Informed. Yep.
They also post like all the current events that are going if you want to be like educated on kind of what's going on.
We're not going to touch on those.
Yeah.
This is a break from all that and all the things.
Yeah. So. Well, you could drink about it. We're going to drink about other things. Okay, so obviously you don't watch the Bachelorette franchise. So,
not at all.
But as promised for my reality TV watchers, I thought that we should touch on the Rachel Kirkconnell and Matt James breakup, which you did like the post. I saw your little icon on something that was posted either by Call Her Daddy or...
I don't follow Call Her Daddy, so it couldn't possibly have been that.
Okay. I don't know. Maybe it was just like some sort of ad. But anyways, so...
I don't know who either of these people are, so I'm not sure why I would have liked it.
Yeah, I don't know, but I did see it. Maybe it was, I don't know. We won't dive into it. If you watched it, you watched it. If you did it, you did it. But have you ever listened to Call Her Daddy?
No.
Yeah, I
mean, I've seen clips. Like, sometimes it shows up on my Instagram reels, like, of clips.
Yeah.
I did listen to Simone Biles.
Okay.
That's the only one I've listened to.
Yeah, she's a powerhouse. Like, she can fucking get anybody on that goddamn podcast. I did not like it when she first started doing that podcast because it was very like raunchy. Like it was like
the name is raunchy,
right? And I always, every time I watch things, I'm like, should she change the name? But then like she can't because it's like a whole thing.
I mean, so it's interesting you say that because changing your business name, and I've thought about this a lot. Right, because when I started playing with Laken, it was something different than it is now. And so I have contemplated changing.
Like goals with Laken?
Yeah, or just like even changing my Instagram to just like with Laken. And it is a lot of work, but if you have changed a lot, it's worth it. There's a podcast that I listened to. When she started her Instagram and her podcast, it was Freckled Foodie and Friends because she talked about food and nutrition and cooking. And then she eventually transitioned to just like lifestyle and mom and kids and all kinds of stuff. And so now her podcast name is Conversations with Cam. Like she just changed it because it was important to her that it was reflected where she was at now. And yeah, was it a bitch? Totally. But for her, it was worth it. So it's something that she should probably consider. And my guess is she has. And if she has decided it's not worth it, then that's what she's decided, you know?
Yeah, because there's a lot of podcasts that are now under Call Her Daddy. So like she has a whole...
Oh, she has a network.
Yes.
Oh.
So she has like Boyfriend Material with Harry Jowsey. She's got like Alex Earl's podcast is under her. So I don't know. And then
No, she is Alex Earl.
No. That's Alex Cooper.
Alex Cooper.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, okay.
Whatever.
Moving on. Yeah, it was tea. I was like kind of, when I was watching it was like an hour and a half. And the first hour was literally just the background. And I was like, okay, I want to hear about the breakup. Because what happened was when they broke up, they like broke up in Tokyo. Like because they used to travel together all the time.
Okay.
And it was just something that like a can of worms is what they kept saying, that like got open and like just turned into basically a breakup. And he was like, I don't see you as my future wife. And they were dating for 4 years. Like he chose her on The Bachelor.
And they were dating for 4 years.
He didn't propose on The Bachelor, but he chose her at the end. And then they were dating for 4 years. At one point, like off and on, because there was like a little something that happened. And then he literally was just like, I don't see you as my future wife. I've been trying to picture it, but I don't. And she just like, what the fuck? Like, we've been talking about engagement. We've talked about kids. We've talked about like all of this stuff. And she had to fly home from Tokyo by herself after just getting dumped, and saw the breakup post that he posted, which was so fucking weird, by the way, right before they took off. And she wasn't able to be like online for 12 hours, wasn't able to tell her friends or her family first because it was fucking public before.
That's very fucked up. So
she is actually one of the most beautiful humans I've ever seen. So I pray that she gets, she finds someone that's worth it.
She will find someone that's worth it.
And also, speaking of breakup, Paige DeSorbo and Craig Kirkconnell, basically the same last name. Wait.
I don't know who those people are either. Okay. Also Bachelorette?
No, Summer House, and then Paige DeSorbo is on Bailey's Squad.
Okay, but they broke up, is that what you're
saying? They broke up. And people are saying that Craig and like Rachel should get together, and it's like, okay.
How many people from like The Bachelor, Bachelorette actually like stay together and are together? Like I guess I've never thought the show was a success.
Right, so I don't understand why this breakup
is such a big deal compared to like.
I think what makes it a big deal is that like I think social media just made them seem so like such a good couple. So everyone was just like, this is crazy.
Everybody was shocked, I guess. And the time. I guess I do feel like the ones that break up typically do it really shortly after the show ends, right? The show ends and then they're like, wait, I don't actually want to get married to you, and they like break up. Right. So this most recent season of The Bachelor that just came out is season 29. That's insane.
And for The Bachelorette, I think they're probably similar, maybe 30, 31 or something. There has been more success from, I think, couples that go on Bachelor in Paradise, which is basically just like the scraps of people that like either were that got a lot. I say they always got a lot of screen time, but they didn't get a lot of love. So like I love how like all the ads like after the episodes are like, apply to be the next Bachelorette or apply to be the next Bachelor, and it's like, no, they always choose one of the last like 3 people. Always. But anyways, so the show is like just kind of, I get more excited about them being on The Bachelor, being on Dancing with the Stars than like them being on...
When they're coming from The Bachelor or The Bachelorette.
Yeah, that's the only reason why I watch, is I know they're going to end up on that.
Dancing with the Stars.
It's just so funny. The funniest thing is like Gabby Wendy, like when Gabby...
Her podcast clips show up in my feed all the time. She's fucking hilarious.
She's so funny. She was the Bachelorette with... Rachel, like they were both bachelorettes, which was just like crazy. I'm glad they never did that again. But it's just so funny because someone like asked her like, she's on Traitors. Have you ever heard of that show?
No.
I like heard of it. I've heard it's really good. I haven't seen it. And someone was like, so like, what did you learn from being the Bachelorette? And she was like, well, I'm lesbian now. And I'm like, that's iconic. But anyways, so.
Okay, y'all, technology is just not on our side. I thought we had the mics all situated and figured out. We even got new stands for them, and so they're all just like beautiful. But I also got a new computer, and for whatever reason, we like are looking at it. It is not picking it up. I don't know what's happening. So I'm just
like picks it up for like a second and then stops.
It records for like a minute and then it stops.
That's interesting. I wonder if it's when your keyboard just went dark, because it's like thinks that.
I turned that off. So I don't know why it's only recording for like a minute and then stopping. So this episode will be back on. If you've been with us, you know that we've had the issues with these mics, and it's just one thing after another. And we will use the audio from the camera, which is actually pretty quality. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But the goal is to get the mics to work and have the mics be. Like,
hopefully we can still do the intro on the mics though.
Oh yeah, fuck. Ugh. Okay, sorry, that's so frustrating. I just feel like there's been one thing after the other these last few days. I know we said we weren't going to complain about things, but I have been like, there's just been one thing after the other with the move. The internet people never showed up and put in the notes that they couldn't figure out how to get here because of the swimming pool. I'm sorry, who bought a house with a swimming pool? Wasn't me. There's no swimming pool. That's what they put in the notes. Why they couldn't access the house was the swimming pool.
That's wild.
And then our couch didn't fit in the basement. So, didn't fit down the stairs to get into the basement. So,
honestly, it wouldn't be a Sisters Like Us episode without a technology malfunction.
that's true.
Let's drink about it.
Let's drink about it.
Okay, let's move on. Leslie really wants to hear our thoughts or advice on budgeting in the new year.
Oh, Jesus. I'm not sure we're the people to give that advice.
Leslie, I find it very ironic that you're asking me, of all people, about that. I think that I am the last person to be able to help with that, given my history. But I'll let you know if that changes.
Yeah, I can give advice from a habit and goal setting standpoint, but from a personal standpoint, I'm not necessarily great at that. I always recommend, and this is what I have told Allie too, when it comes to budgeting, the number one thing you have to do is track. You have to know where your money is going. And so you've got to track your expenses. And the easiest way to do that is to do it every single day. And that sounds like a lot, and you might miss days, and that's fine. You'll play catch up. But when you try to do it every day, you're more likely to do it because it's going to take you less time than if you say, I'm going to do it once a week or at the end of the month. No, you're not, because it's going to take you so much longer because there's so many transactions.
As someone who, for a while now, I've been tracking my expenses, and at first I was literally just tracking every transaction, debit and credit, and now I kind of organize it into categories. And we need to talk about this also, by the way.
Your goals?
Yeah, because it's February 1st.
It is. It's February 1st.
Happy February. I think it's funny when, I respect people that do dry January, whatever, but I feel
and then people, they go get trash.
I feel like people do dry January just to have fucked up February, and I just think it's funny. Anyways,
I've never heard that before.
No offense if you did it. Congrats. Cheers to you. Let's, I guess, not drink about it. Whatever.
Well, let's drink about it now. It's February.
Yeah, February 1st. Woo, drink with us. Yay. Okay. God, tangents. What was I talking about?
Budgeting for Leslie.
Yeah. So, and obviously when I look back, there's certain weeks where I'm wow, I went out a lot, or wow, I spent a lot of money on food this week or whatever, but it's really, really helpful and has made me just aware
step one is that
in my account, because I feel like it's so easy to just swipe your card and be I don't want to look because I don't want to know what it's at, because if it's less than what I think it is, and that's going to make me upset. But if you are always in the know of what it is, it feels less daunting. So that's what I would recommend. That's my advice. Not saying it's really helped my spending, but it's helped. Well, actually, it has a little bit, but
I think it's baby steps, and I think the step one is tracking, and you've got to know where your money is going and how much you're spending, and then you can start to tweak and make adjustments to actually do something. It's not productive to just say to quote unquote set a budget and be I'm going to spend this much on groceries and this much on that never works. Going from no budget to categories with amounts, it just doesn't work.
Right. Yeah. So that's what we have to say on the topic. But if you are interested in learning more about your goals and those things, then hit up Plan with Laken.
I was where are you going with this?
That was an ad. Can you tell? We're going with the same thing. Someone did ask about New Year's resolutions, but I feel instead of thinking of it from that aspect, she also asked about just plans in 2025. So I feel we can just kind of talk about that and kind of give you guys a idea of what we have going on. Yeah. So it's going to be a big year.
It is a big year.
Yeah.
I mean, we have Andrew and Lindsay's wedding.
Yes.
So
we're very excited about that. And because we have Andrew and Lindsay's wedding, we also have
Lindsay's bachelorette
party, which we have really...
We've talked about before, because we popped up a picture of the invite.
Mm-hmm. So me, her maid of honor, and Lindsay got dinner the other week and kind of honed down on planning it, which is really exciting. We've kind of sketched out a little basically an itinerary. We put in our like inquiry for brunch at Dolly's.
I don't know what that is, but okay.
Like Dolly Parton's like little restaurant. It's like all pink and
cute.
Beautiful. So yeah, so we're underway. We have our Airbnb, so I really got to order my dress. I haven't done that yet.
The bridesmaid's dress?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Allie.
I know. As someone who's a wedding,
dude,
anyway,
you're gonna have to get it altered. Like,
I'm definitely gonna have to get it altered, especially if I keep going how I'm going in this new year with all of my health changes and such.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's happening. What else?
Well, obviously, a big piece of our year, my husband and I, is going to be the house and like getting settled, getting moved in, getting unpacked, and then some additional renovations. Why are you looking at me like that?
I don't know.
Well, you're giving me a weird face. We did a lot of work before we moved in, but the two major things that we want to get done this year in the house are the outside space. Mm-hmm. What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm not gonna look at Allie. I'm gonna look at you. Okay, the
looks at ceiling.
No, I'm looking at our friends.
Okay.
The outdoor space needs to be updated for sure, and I want to do that. Like, I mean, it's cold today, but soon-ish, so that when it starts to get warm, we can really enjoy the outdoor space. Mm-hmm. And then there's a section of our basement that's unfinished that we are converting. Well, we're gonna finish it off. So getting up the walls and the flooring, and then we're gonna build a wall and build an office for my husband and kind of a little like laundry room area. So we want to get that done this year.
Love.
So those are our big things. We're also going to Argentina in like a month. We leave March 8th.
Wait, Lila's not going.
No, Lila's staying with mom.
Guys, respectfully, like, I can't keep up with everyone's trips.
No, that's fine.
Like, everyone's trips are just like...
Yeah, no, Lila's not going. Lila's staying here with mom.
Like, mom complaining about packing for Hawaii actually made me want to vomit on her. So, like, I would fucking... first of all, Hawaii is one of those places I really want to go. And...
We're all just still bitter because our mom and stepdad got married in Hawaii 15 years ago. They're going back to celebrate 15 years. No one went.
So
and they didn't take any of us with them.
So glad we celebrated that marriage at a country club in Florida. Holding space. Holding silence.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So...
I'm apologizing in advance because this episode's going to be long.
Yeah. Anyway, so we have our trip to Argentina in March. And then... Why do I feel like there's something else big that I'm forgetting this year? House renos.
I'm turning 25.
Woohoo!
I'm turning the big 2-5, the big quarter life crisis, if you will. Get it? 25.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So.
You know that we've already talked about year plans for your 25th birthday multiple times on the pod.
I know, and I still can't figure out what I want to do. So.
Oh, our in-person event.
Right! Oh my god.
That was very Ariana Grande. Okay. So, yes, we will share more details soon, but save the date for Saturday, August 9th.
Did people seem interested in wanting to come see us?
100%.
You guys love us?
100%.
I think everyone just wants to hang out with me.
Yeah, you're so famous.
I'm so famous.
So, we're going to do a recording.
Mm-hmm.
And
live recording.
Yes.
I just feel like we're gonna be sitting there like...
No, it's gonna be just like this, except there's gonna be just people behind them. Behind the camera.
Oh my god, stage fright. Ah! I'm kidding.
Yeah, you have the opposite of
stage
fright.
As we go to do karaoke after.
And then we're gonna go do karaoke.
Karaoke night!
It's gonna be so fun.
I wanna go back there so bad. Anyway, so yeah, stay on the lookout for updates on that. I'm going back to the Ozarks in July.
That's chaos.
For a weekend.
That's just absolute chaos.
Yeah, but, you know, I'm only 25 once, right?
Sure.
So, but more excitingly, I am also going to Palm Springs this year.
Yep, fun.
Which I'm excited for. I'm going in August, which I know I'm going to regret, but you know what?
What are you
Well, no, I'm not going to regret. It's just going to be really hot.
Oh.
But there's going to be a pool. I'm not going to regret it at all. I'm very, very excited. And right now it's just a one-way, so maybe I won't come back. I'm kidding. Obviously, but yeah, no, I'm excited. I've been to California once. And
last time you went to California, you came back with a tattoo, so.
Yeah, I've actually been really like thinking about my tattoos.
My dad and I had a whole conversation last night at dinner about tattoos and like what's next and
okay, like I feel like it's very normal when you have tattoos to like have these like phases where you're like, did I really need to do that? Or like whatever. Like it's not like I regret it in any way.
Or just things I would change about it.
Like I have a goddamn cat on a moon. Sometimes I'm like,
the cat part I respect and the moon part, that's the part that I'm like, I'm not sure I would have made that decision.
I feel like if the cat's name was like Moon or like Midnight.
Or like, Luna or something.
I mean, here's the thing. No one sees it. It's literally on a part of my body that even if I'm wearing a swimsuit, you don't even see it because my boobs are so big that I can't wear
a swimsuit
like an itty bitty teeny bikini. So it's usually like covering like my entire like frontal everything. So but when you do, I guess, I mean, right now it's just kind of faded. But anyways, it's not faded, but you know what I mean. Okay, whatever, moving on. I mean, this I'll never...
My guess is, are you going to come back from Palm Springs with a tattoo? That's where I was going with that.
No. I mean, Parker and I have talked about going in the next couple weeks to go.
To get what?
Well, I want the Mayflower. Like the May birth flower.
My brain went like
the Mayflower, the ship. Parker's getting a... I'm not kidding.
I can't. Okay. I just can't. Oh my god.
But so I've been really thinking about this.
It's beautiful.
Right, it's really pretty. And I think it kind of called to me. It's basically... So if you guys know, like...
I can pop up a picture.
Oh yeah, I'll send you the picture. Yeah. So basically this is what I'm thinking. So I know that stamps are like really in right now, and I do think that like maybe they won't be in, but I think it's really like delicate. Like it's not super like crazy, and it has like the what is Lily of the Valley? What's it called?
I don't know.
I think it's Lily of the Valley. But it's 3 of them for me, my mom, and my dad.
Who all have May birthdays.
And then this one was just one I found on Pinterest, and my birthday's May 22nd, has a 22 in the corner, which like stamps do. So like stamps do. So I was like, wait, that's kind of perfect. And I sent it to Parker, and he's like, yeah, no, I love that. And my idea was to get it like on my ankle and do like when I was originally just doing like the flowers, but I still think that would look pretty on my ankle or like right here maybe. So, but I think I would probably stop there unless we get one. Yeah,
which we will someday. Because that's what I said to my dad. I have a handful of like I kind of want this. I kind of want something like this, but I don't. I'm not like I do want to get a matching one with you someday. I just don't know what it is. We haven't figured out the right thing.
Yeah, and like I think the only thing where the regret comes in is like this one, my butterfly tattoo. I love it because it's really like small, and it's like, I mean, like you rarely see it, but I think thinking about how much I spent on it and just like makes me feel
the money. You regret the money.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I just feel like
that's fair.
I mean, I spent a lot of money on this one too, but the artist that did this tattoo is like famous, and also like I could have done that.
Yeah, so I think I don't know if I've said this on the pod. And the artist I saw in New York, they did a fantastic job, and they charge by the hour. And so it was like I paid for an hour, and they were able to do both of mine in that time.
Well, so. Parker has gone to like a couple different artists, and I like
in Chicago.
Yeah, and so like I really like he has like 2 that are pretty intricate, and I just really want someone that specializes in fine lines because I want the tattoo to look like that. I don't want it to look thick in any way. So yeah, we'll see.
Cool.
But
I do not know how we got on this topic. Oh, the 2025 plans.
Going to Palm Springs. I'm not going to get a tattoo in Palm Springs.
Okay. Do you have any other plans this year?
Not really. I mean, I do kind of want to like evaluate my business and just kind of like see how that goes. I like still have my 2 weddings in the spring, which I'm really excited about, and hopefully that'll get me like a little bit more
momentum.
Yeah. And like I think what's so nice about it, like I've said a billion times, is it's just like a nice, like easy, slow process that I can like slowly kind of work on things. Yeah. And like full transparency, I've had like kickoff calls like that have gone through, and that's part of the like it doesn't deter me or like make me feel like I'm like unsuccessful. Like I feel like it's
nobody's rate is going to be 100%.
Right.
It's just not.
And so recently, one of the things I realized, I was like, you know, like I kind of go into those meetings and I kind of just talk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, so I recently like created this like presentation deck to kind of show like everything that like I offer, and it's like obviously very aesthetically pleasing and just like
Nah.
yeah. So yeah, I'm excited for whenever I do get like a new interested client and I can kind of show that because I'm excited about it. But yeah, I feel like got another busy wedding season approaching. I've got like 52 couples.
Holy moly.
So yeah.
That's a lot.
And I actually just gave up St. Patrick's Day.
Actual St. Patrick's Day or Chicago St. Patrick's Day?
Chicago St. Patrick's Day. I just gave it up. You know, I was like, I'm not gonna say I can't work to get drunk. Like, I was just like, I'm like at the age where it's like, okay, yeah, like I don't like that holiday. The only thing I'm sad about is that like Elisa's birthday is March 18th.
So
and so like she always come back, like, and so I was like, I felt really, really bad about that. But like at the end of the day, there's literally nothing, like there's no one else that can do it.
But also at the end of the day, I know that you want to be there for your friends, and I do too. But as you get older, you can't. Sam and I just had this conversation, and it's just hard to do everything for everybody. Like there has to be like there's times that birthdays conflict with weddings and you know, or moves or family things or you know whatever, and it's just like the older you get, I'm just telling you, it's right now for the most part you're able to go to everybody's birthday party, you're able to go to everybody's graduation party, everybody's like big milestone, and that's awesome. It just gets harder as you get older. Mm-hmm. You add another person and their friends things and their milestones and their family, and then you know like it just gets harder as you get older, and so like it sucks, and it's like you hate telling that person like I have to miss this, but like one of my best friends, her birthday's the day before Lila's. Like I'm never gonna get to probably go like be with her on her birthday ever again. Mm-hmm. Right? And like that's just...
that was like my mindset when you were like about to get induced on Cindy Wade's birthday. I was like, I text her, I'm like, just so you know, this is the end of an era.
This is the end of this.
This is the end.
And then I mean, I was still induced on her birthday. Lila just didn't come till the next day.
Right.
So Rita and Cindy Wade, she's the 30th. Oh. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right.
That was your appointment.
Yeah, that.
Like,
yeah.
Right.
And then so Rita was the 31st.
Right.
And then Lila came on the 1st.
Sorry guys, I dropped my phone, so see you can see the strawberry.
This. No, you can't.
Okay. I think it's a little bit different. It's also because I didn't fake tan before my hair appointment, which I usually do. I know this is like still kind of
the longest podcast episode ever.
But Lindsay has some things.
Okay.
So
hi Lindsay.
Hi Lindsay, we love you. It's also I might be like adjusting myself, but I do think it's getting lower.
I think the camera is sinking. Yes. Y'all, I don't know. I don't have the energy. You
have to understand that there's a lot of things going on right now, you guys, and no one's perfect.
Yeah, I'm also.
Let's drink about it.
Let's drink about it. Let me also quickly. I'm not going to go into the details, but we also have a family emergency going on behind the scenes. My husband literally got on an airplane today to go to Texas, so there is also that component that is just like an additional layer of stress.
Right.
And so he left today. Lila and I leave Thursday, and it's just like, oh my god, it just was the timing just sucks.
Yeah.
So that's also going on right now.
Yeah. So obviously she wants to know a moving update, which we kind of already talked about, so we're moving on from that. Recent favorite shows or products, and Chicago Restaurant Week plans.
Okay, I'll start easy. I think Chicago Restaurant Week is overrated. I think I
have a reservation.
For where?
Fioretta.
I don't know what that is.
So the thing with Chicago Restaurant Week is I also think it's overrated because I'm like, why would I pay? Like,
I just think most of them, it's not that great of a deal.
No, I agree. And so I like kind of really dwelled into it.
Yeah,
and was like, okay, like what is a good day or good deal?
Good deal, yeah.
And me and Leslie really have been wanting to go to dinner, so we're going on Wednesday to Fioretta. It was really good deal.
Oh, that's the reservation you have.
Yeah, it was really good deal. It was like you get.
Don't look it up. It's. No,
I know it's easy. It's just like.
Okay. I just think, and I have this issue in New York as well. There were some places that it was a killer deal and it could be worth it. And then there were some places that it was not. And so you have to be willing to do the research to decide if it's worth it. The other thing is we are just not in an eating out phase. Well, that's not true. We are not in a going out to eat phase. We are in a takeout, delivering to our house phase, so.
Okay, so it's a $60 dinner.
Yep.
And you get a first course of either shrimp scampi, chopped salad, or burrata. And then your second course is either filet mignon. Why did I say it like that? Piccata or chicken marsala. Like, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I would want to see what their regular prices are. Like,
it's not a cheap place.
okay, so then that one may be a good deal, but I think you really have to do your research. Is that the only reservation you have?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I really want to go to Tridita, but I'm just going to save that for another time.
Yeah.
But, I mean, guys, the thing with Chicago is the food is so good here that there's always a new place that I want to try.
Yeah.
Like, always, always, always. And I think it's so funny because I've said before, like, my coworkers will always go to me for, like, restaurant recommendations or, like, brunch recommendations or all this stuff. But, like, and I know recommendations, but you guys should meet my roommates. Like, they start throwing out fucking restaurants, and I'm like, what? Like, I have no idea what you're fucking talking about. Like, they are, like, me times 10.
When it comes to restaurants?
Yeah.
Wow.
So.
Okay, so that's my restaurant week. What was the other new shows? So, no, I have been...
You haven't had time.
Well, I haven't had time, and I really I've been rewatching Gossip Girl, because I needed, like, a comfort show.
Background.
Yeah, that's what I've been, like, packing and unpacking, too.
Well, of course I have. So, what's new? Started watching Southern Charm. We're already on season 6. A lot
of seasons.
I was not watching it when we recorded last, so hello. And then...
It was 2 months ago. That's fair.
I'm going to watch a season of The Bachelor. I'll probably do what I always do, and, like, I watch the first episode, and then I'll watch maybe, like, 1 or 2, and then I'll watch the finale, because that's typically what happens.
My dad was telling me about some new show he's enjoying called The Lioness, with Zoe Scaladon. I'm going to say it wrong.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah, I like her, too.
I don't know that one.
Me neither.
I'm so overwhelmed, because I'm literally, like, I have every platform that I could possibly stream on, and I sit there for an hour trying to figure out what to watch.
You have an Apple TV login?
Mm-hmm. I have Apple TV. I pay for it.
Okay, I'm gonna need that.
Why, you want to watch Severance?
No, I want to watch Loot.
Okay. Yeah, I decided to pay for Apple TV just because I was like...
Fun plug, if you've watched Loot, the comedy with Maya Rudolph, the cute little blonde girl, I don't know what the character's name is, she grew up doing theater with my husband.
Well, the more you know.
It's the only time I've ever been to a Broadway dressing room was when we saw her in Kiss Me Kate. And
you've said this before.
Oh my god.
Because we've talked about it. And then Love Island All Stars is obviously happening at the moment, and it is major tea. God, I wish you watched something that I watched.
I mean, yeah, we did Dancing with the Stars, but that's...
I know, but like, Love Island is so good.
No, I'm not watching it.
So fun to talk about.
Sorry!
But anyways, so any new products? Yes. I did it again. I didn't mean to. But yes. So I have talked about before that I'm not a huge skincare person. I don't really like...
Yes.
Like, in all honesty, I don't really need like anything crazy on my skin.
For now.
Yeah. But...
Going to be 24.
But I recently got Rhode Skin, which is Hailey Bieber's brand.
Okay.
And I am not fucking joking. Like, it is literally so hydrated. Like, my skin is like glass. Like, it's already like pretty good, but like I took a video of myself and I was like, oh my god, I got the like glazing milk, the peptide.
What's the price range here? Like, what are we comparing it to?
Okay, I will say, like, it's not over $30 a piece, but it's like in that range. But they're like big bottles. Okay. Like, they're pretty like, I wouldn't say as expensive as like Drunk Elephant, which Drunk Elephant is trash, no offense.
Yeah, it's all about the branding and the colors.
But it's not like as cheap as like...
Yeah, the drugstore.
Yeah. I would say CeraVe is like kind of comparable. Like that price range.
Okay.
But not as expensive as like La Porsche or whatever.
For Roche-Posay.
I use their cleansing, their like face wash, but it has lasted me like months. But yeah, so glazing milk, the peptide cream, and the barrier butter, like it's so great. And I've gotten like lots of compliments like on my skin recently. So might be making my like skin a little oily, I'm not sure, but
Interesting, especially right now in the winter. Everything
My skin
in me
is
is
really,
so dry.
really soft.
Okay.
I'm like, oh. Anyways, so that's like my like new products that I'm using right now.
Fun. I don't have anything. I've been living out of a to-go, not to-go container. You know what I mean? Like
just a to-go container.
Like a travel bag. Ever since we went on our trip a couple weeks ago, I just didn't unpack that, and now I'm gonna literally, now even that we're here, I'm gonna just leave it until we go to Houston, and then
right,
just living out of a travel bag.
Yeah, you know what, that happens.
It happens.
It is what it is. Wow.
Is that it?
I think that's it.
Oh wow, okay, we did it.
Let me just make sure I didn't get any other questions while we were sitting here.
Oh yeah, from the new one you posted like 2 hours ago?
It was 5 hours ago.
Okay.
Okay, no, I'm deleting it because no one likes us.
Oh, wow. Or anybody who had things, they submitted them the other day. Do we want to post like a question box like that every week and ask people to share if they want certain things, or do we want to do it like once a month?
Let's do it once a month because
Okay.
I do feel like we don't get a lot of questions.
It's more just like topics. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you guys want to like us to talk about, like, we will talk about stuff. Anything you want.
We will drink about stuff.
Right, we will drink about stuff. So.
Oh, perfect timing. The camera's about to die.
Perfect. So we are so happy that we're back. We can't wait. I'm going to be posting a couple TikToks before this episode airs, so be on the lookout.
All the things, like, subscribe, review.
Yeah, give us some reviews, guys, because like we literally put so much work into this, and we love doing it for you guys. So give us a nice review.
All right.
But, yeah.
Until next time.
Cheers.
Let's drink about it.
Let's drink about it. So,
I don't want to try to fix it in the middle of an episode.
I'm just so over things today. Let's not really put this in there.
You gotta cut this.
Yeah. Sorry, what did you say?